The home we're stepping into today was years in the making. Hi everyone, I'm Sara, and this is Rebuild and Revive. We are in the charming town of Zionsville, Indiana. The homeowner Laura dreamed of living here since she was a teenager. When a rare empty lot became available, she and her family took a leap and decided to build their forever home. New generation homes brought their vision to life, complete with a custom marble kitchen, marble bathrooms, and custom closets with a timeless, elevated design. This is a tour you don't want to miss. Let's go check it out. This is Laura, and she's going to be taking us on a tour of her home today.
Welcome to my house.
I'm noticing this really cool piece over here.
This was my grandmother's. It's a music box. So it does open up, has like all of the, I don't even know what they call them, but like
Oh
these.
my goodness. That's incredible.
Like the discs that you put in and you crank it and just starts spinning around and it makes a really cool noise.
Wow, that is so cool. So this goes in the music box, and I opened this up and I found this, the Wedding March, and it says U.S. Patents, December 17th, 1889. This is so cool. This is what her grandmother played music on.
It's supposed to come on.
And you built your home while you were still living in Texas.
Yes, so that was a fun project. We were living down in Dallas, decided we wanted to move back to Indy to be closer to family. So we actually did our whole entire build project from afar. Fortunately, I have parents and siblings nearby, so they were checking in for us. But, you know, we probably only made 3 or 4 trips back throughout the whole entire build process. So,
oh my goodness, that's a lot of trust.
It was a lot of trust. It is also my excuse for having a very white, neutral house.
Yes,
because we didn't want to make any of those really bold decisions from afar.
Let's go check out the kitchen.
Let's go. These are marble countertops. All of our appliances are the GE Café line.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago, the white was starting to make a comeback, and it felt like kind of a
Yeah.
daring move at the time. So I think we're going back to white appliances, but I've actually really liked them. We do have kind of like the built-in spice drawer, which is nice. You know, like the deep drawers for all the gadgets. And over here, we put in a little side cabinet so our kids can just like hop in and grab their little cups so they're reachable for them. And our primary bedroom is right over here off the kitchen. Right here, because we felt like the closets were a little bit tight as it is. We didn't want to do doors there, but if we do want to just like shut this space off.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Then we can close it off there.
So you have his and her closet. The marble floors are beautiful.
Thank you. And then a big tub and shower, and you know, his and hers vanities, and a lot of white walls. So my husband used to work from home, so he wanted us special office space when we were building.
This is a fun area right off the kitchen.
This was like the one spot where we did a little splash of color.
Is it in marble? This is the
Same countertops as Jen. Yep, and again the GE Café, little wet bar area.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
See, check out their ice maker.
Okay. This is where we like keep the kid, when they get from school, they have somewhere to put their shoes in their backpacks. We just call this like our utility closet. Some of our brooms and vacuums, and this is laundry, aka Bruce's room.
Can we see the upstairs?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
This is our kids' playroom. It sits above our garage. Good open space for them to go crazy. One thing that was really important to me was to have good storage for toys. So all of their toys sit in this room, and then the idea is they pull one or two things out at a time. Does that happen in theory? Absolutely not, but everything has a home. Yeah, so all of the kids' rooms are here. My son's room. And then kind of the funny thing with the kids' rooms is they ended up with way bigger closets than we did because there was more space to work with upstairs. So both my kids have massive closets. It helps, like one whole shelving unit is for his little Lego creations. Somewhat recently got out of her crib, so we got her 2 little twin beds. She's got a cousin in the neighborhood, so imagine we'll have little slumber parties when they get a tiny bit older. And then she's got her closet, which doubles as her dress up room. She is very into her dress.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute.
So actually she probably plays in here more than she does in our playroom.
I believe it. Look at all her little
Loves
shoes.
to bring everyone in here to dress up. Yeah. It seems very accessible. So she's the third in a line of 3 girl cousins. So she gets all of the hand-me-downs.
Oh, lucky girl.
I will say I've had to buy her very little. We do have a guest space up here, which is definitely more of like a secondary master because it does have a big full bathroom with a shower. Let's go check out the basement. I think we want this to be more of an adult space. We do come down here and watch movies as a family.
It's really nice because we had this huge neighborhood party.
Yes, so we were able to host 40 or 50 neighbors around Christmas holiday, and
we all sat down
set
here,
up tables down here,
and had dinner. A sit-down dinner is really nice.
We called it the mess hall.
And that concludes our tour. Thank you so much, Laura, for showing us your home. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm so glad your dream came true, and you're living here in Zionsville.
Thank you, Sarah. Happy to have you guys.
Thank you so much for watching Rebuild and Revive. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you next time.